Hello everybody, it's me John, aka Nosey, and you join me for yet another TFN related video. In this video, I have not spoken much about TFN Manchester. I have a little bit here and there, but mostly with saying I am going. But this is actually going to be a guest update video dedicated to TFN Manchester. If any more further information is released in the due course, I will make a follow-up as well. But here it is. So let's get right on into this. The first thing I want to talk about before we continue with the actual guests that are going to TFN Manchester, I want to talk about, I always bring this up ever since my good friend Raymond T mentioned about this. If you are coming to TFN Manchester from outside of the UK, from other parts of Europe or what have you, if you are travelling to the UK you've never been to TFN Manchester or to any TF Nation event before, you need one of these. Boom. Yes, you need something called an ETA. ETA. Now, this is technically kind of like a visa. It's sort of like, it works like a travel visa. If you are coming to the UK, you need an ETA before coming. So always make sure you have one of these sorted out before you travel or before you come. So you need to have one of these done well in advance before you come. Otherwise, you will be denied entry if you do not have one. So this is very, very crucial to have this ETA if you are coming to TFN Manchester for the very first time or to a TFN event. You will also need this if you are coming to TF Nation 2026 in end of July, beginning of August. You would also need one for that as well. So with that said, let's get right on into the guest announcements. Now, TFN Manchester is of course no longer a minicon, and I have screwed up before getting it mixed up, because the TFN Manchester was originally just set up as a single day event, which was known as a minicon. That is long gone now. This is a full-on dedicated convention experience. Yes, it is a slightly smaller scale compared to TFN TF Nation 2026, or the main event, which is usually in August. It is still a smaller event. However, it is still a full-on 2-day convention. So, TFN Manchester is going to be held on the 27th and 28th of March. There is going to be a special Friday evening, which is a separate ticket. So there's going to be something happening on the Friday evening as well. So you would need a separate ticket for that. And there is also the main day, which is when the dealer room opens and a lot of the panels happen and so on and so forth. So there is going to be, it is a 2-day event. The first guest I'm going to talk about is none other than Mr. Simon Fairman. Oh yes, the man, the legend, that is Mr. Simon Fairman. He will be going to TFN Manchester. He will be appearing on the 28th of March. So he will likely be there as well on the 27th, but he is mostly going to be, obviously with the 28th, the Saturday being the main day, that is him scheduled into the schedule. So, Simon Fairman, if you're not familiar with his works, he is known for Marvel UK. He also wrote the final episode of Beast Wars. He has done numerous stuff. He's also known as the creator or the person that brought us Death's Head as well. He has done some incredible stuff. So if he is somebody that you are generally interested in meeting, Simon Fairman will be in attendance at TFN Manchester on the 28th of March. The next person announced as a guest is Mr. Chris Carter. Chris Carter is yet again another comic book artist, and here are some of his exploits, the stuff that he has worked on. Yeah, if Chris Carter is yet again somebody that you have heard of, and if you're a fan of comic books, of course, he is definitely somebody that is of interest and will be at TFN Manchester on the 28th of March. The next guest is Mr. Nick Rush. Oh yes, Nick Rush. He will be at TFN Manchester. He'll be at TFN Manchester again on the 28th of March. If you don't know his works, he's known for Sins of the Wreckers, Last Stand of the Wreckers, is it Requiem of the Wreckers? He's known for that whole trilogy. And he's also one of the character designers for Transformers Earthspark. So here again on the screen for you is many other of his exploits and stuff that he's known for. A very popular guest. He has gone to numerous TFNation events over the years. Yeah, so if you are a fan and you are well aware of Mr. Nick Rush, he will be at TFN Manchester as well. The next guest is someone relatively quite new to the game, Frederick Pham Chong. I really hope I've not screwed that up. I do apologise if I have. But he will be at TFN Manchester. I believe from the write-up, he is a self-taught artist, and he is known for working on certain projects. He's also worked on the Titan reveal for Battersea Power Station as well. He has worked on some interesting stuff. He's a great illustrator and artist that will be going to TFN Manchester, and he will be there on the 28th of March as well. And last but not least, another comic book artist that has been announced for TFN Manchester is Mr. Jack Lawrence. He will also be in appearance as well on the 28th of March. Jack Lawrence, very popular artist, very popular guy. He has been to numerous events as well for TFNation. But yeah, he will be in attendance as well. And yeah, very, very cool. So again, if he is somebody that you are well aware of or somebody that you would love to meet, he will be at TFN Manchester 2026. And there we go. That is all the guest announcements so far that has been announced for TFN Manchester 2026. They will be there most likely throughout the whole weekend. Obviously, TFN Manchester is just mainly a one-day main event. However, like I said at the beginning of the video, it is over 2 days. They have got, like I said, they've got a Friday evening separate ticketed thing happening on the Friday evening as well. So it is technically spread over 2 days, but the main day is the 28th, the Saturday, where the dealer room opens and Artist Alley and all that kind of stuff is going on. The Forge and things like that, no doubt, will be there as well. So TFN Manchester, I am very much looking forward to it. I have bought my tickets. I will be there. Very much looking forward to this. It has been quite a few years since I last went to Manchester for a TFN event. So I'm very much looking forward to see how this pans out. This will be at the Pendulum Hotel. It's going to be hosted at the Pendulum Hotel in Manchester. So yeah, if you are free, if you are somebody that is on the fence, that has never been to a TFNation event before, and you're not too sure whether to go along to the main one, which is usually in August. So obviously this year it's the very end of July, beginning of August, just how it rolls this year. So if you're somebody that's on the fence of going to the main one because of how busy it could be, or you just want to sample what a TFNation event is like, then the TFN Manchester, and they also do a TFN Reading as well. So there's one in Manchester and there's also a Reading one, which is usually more at the very latter end of the year. So they have two smaller events as well as the main one, which is usually around August. So if you're somebody that has never been and you but you want to check it out, or you've been wanting to check out an event, but on a bit of a smaller scale and not as busy, then these are a great way and a great choice to check out and to experience it. Or experience one on a smaller scale, and then if you feel obliged or you would like to, then you have the main one. Now, obviously, these events are mostly kind of more community based. What I mean by that is a lot of the guests are they don't really get very many international guests, and of course, there's no voice actors usually that go along. It is mostly comic book related or artist related. There is still obviously a full-on dealer room selling toys, but it is much more, like I said, on a smaller scale. So it is much more of a community-based thing compared. Well, obviously, they're all community-based, of course, but the point I'm trying to make is it is much more of a simple affair compared to the main one, where like this year I will be making a full-on video, another video in due course, based upon TFNation 2026, the main one, because obviously they've announced an incredible guest of Vince DiCola, so I've already made a video talking about that as well. But here we go. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in Manchester for TFN Manchester 2026. I'm going to be there the Friday, and I will be leaving Sunday. So I'm going to be there for the I'm going to be there for the 2 days, the Friday and the Saturday. So if you see me, and if you're going along to it and you see me, please feel free to say hello. I'm more than happy to meet new people. It's going to be a great time, and for anybody, any familiar faces that are going along to this, I hope to see you and very soon and catch up with you, and have a great time with some great people and like-minded individuals such as myself that like the same thing, which is Transformers and toys and whatever else we talk about. But I'm very much looking forward to it, and I just want to say I may do a live stream, a pre-TFN Manchester live stream. I usually do this only for the main one, for the main TF Nation, but I am going to announce right now, I am planning on doing a pre-TFN Manchester live stream. Obviously, there's only, I'm aware, out of everybody that travels from my neck of the woods, I believe I'm the only person that is likely going. I don't know if anybody else, like Tony or, well, definitely not my good friend Sam, Firestorm, he's not going. He is going to the one in August, of course, or end of July, August. He is going to the main one. But he isn't going to this one. And I don't know about Tony. I know Tony was interested, but I don't know if he is or not. But I have everything sorted for it. I've got my tickets booked. So again, if you are somebody that wants to go, please check the description of this video. In the description, you will find the link to the TF Nation website, and you can go ahead and buy your tickets, or your ticket, if you just want to go for one day. If you want to go for the full thing, there are 2 tickets available for the Friday and the Saturday. So if you want to go along, then the tickets are available right now. So go ahead and check it out. But also, like I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, do not forget your ETA. You need to apply for an ETA in order to gain entry to the UK if you are travelling from a different country. Always make sure that is part of your preparations before coming to any TF Nation event from outside, from international or European countries, or what have you. But anyway, so thank you. Take care of yourselves. Hope you had a great weekend. Take care, and I'll be back very soon with more videos and live streams and such very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.